of the Wolves pulling out that win last night.
Here for it.
Yeah, the ejection of Victor Wembanyama. That happened with 8:39 left to play in the second quarter. He received a flagrant 2 after that elbow to Naz Reid. Remember, he wasn't sure exactly what happened. He said, what does that mean? I'm ejected. Okay.
Yeah, you going, Wemby.
Then I'm going to go ahead and go to the locker room. He dapped everyone up on his way to the locker room, did not return to the game.
Yeah, you were tripping.
Let's take a listen to what his head coach, Mitch Johnson, had to say after the game.
I'm glad he took matters into his own hands. Again, not in terms of hitting Naz Reid, but let me be very clear about that. I'm glad Naz Reid was okay, and I didn't want him to elbow him, but he's going to have to protect himself if they're not. And I think it's disgusting.
So it's sounding to me like there's something differently you'd like to see from the officials in the way they officiate him.
I just think that the amount of physicality that people play with him, at some level, you have to protect yourself. Every single play on every single part of the floor, people are trying to impose their physicality on him. I get it. We get it. That's part of the game. But at some stage, he's gotten chucked, he's gotten pushed down in transition, running freely, all the stuff. He doesn't complain one time. We don't complain because we're just going to play. We don't really give a excuse my language. But at some stage, he should be protected, and if not, he's going to have to protect himself, and unfortunately, stuff like that happens.
Okay, so Mitch Johnson doing exactly what he's supposed to do, protect his superstar player when he steps up to the podium after something like that happens. But do we agree with the sentiment that he's giving us, that Wemby has to protect himself at some point, not necessarily with that action, but what's your reaction to hearing Mitch on the podium?
I do believe that he has to protect himself. Let's say that. The player has to protect himself. I just think that situation, that elbow, it was just a... It was a bad moment. It was just a reaction. Like, I don't think it was intentional. You know, I think it was intentional because he was the level of frustration that Wemby got to. They are being physical with him. That's the MO. That's the game plan. Beat Wemby up. Be physical with him. He's young. See if he can take the level of physicality. But I will say that it's a blessing that he didn't get suspended because I've been in situations where one of those moves can either go left or it can go right for you, right? You can bounce back quick, or it can mess you up. And I just hope that he learns from this quick, get over it, and be ready for the next game.
You know what I think he got lucky is it didn't escalate to anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Jaded
right?
kind of,
Yeah, because if that would have escalated to something, then we'll be looking at a bigger penalty. But, I mean, I stand with the coach. You know what I mean? Like, he does have to protect himself because he is the prize, and everyone is gunning at the prize and trying to frustrate him at any capacity. But in that situation, he has to keep his cool because he's so vital to his team. Absolutely. You know, I don't think you retaliate like that. There's other ways to where you could get your get back within the game. There's a game within the game, and, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on in those trenches, and he's down in those trenches. It's a way to get back when you feel frustrated and feel like you're targeted. That's just not the way to do it, though.
I think he's learning the difference between regular season basketball and playoff basketball. I think we all understood once we got to playoff basketball, it's more physical, less foul calls, and you have to figure out how to play through those.
And he's only played 7 playoff games.
Absolutely.
That's his third road game.
Right.
That's his third road game.
Yeah, so definitely a young, like, he's a young superstar mistake. I would say that.
And I think that's going to come with it in the future, and if they move on, he'll understand. And every level, it's going to get more physical and tougher. Like, that's just kind of how playoff basketball is. And when you're a star, a superstar, possibly could be the face of the league, well, guess what? People want to make their mark off of you somehow. So he has to learn how to keep it.
Minnesota ain't backing down.
Not at all. They're coming for you. And that was coming off, remember, Wemby had the 39 points, 15 rebounds, 5 block games. So the fact that they're able to frustrate him, get him ejected for the first time ever in his career, they're ready. The Timberwolves are coming, and that's what they're coming for. Game 5. We're going to have that right here on our air on NBC and Peacock Tuesday, 8 Eastern, with the series all tied up, and we are headed back to San Antonio. It's most certainly going to be a fun one. Okay, let's get into the Thunder and the Lakers. The Thunder, OKC. You guys love talking about this game, so let's get into it again. The OKC is looking for the sweep. They haven't lost a game so far this postseason. They haven't looked like they've slowed down. Maybe the one small caveat, Shea has not been as efficient as we're used to seeing him this series. But you expect to see what tonight?
Well, I wouldn't say he hasn't been efficient. The last game, he was 7 for 13. To me, that's efficient. It's just
The scoring's down. I'm sorry.
The scoring is down because all the attention is to slow Shea down. But the Lakers have been doing everything you can ask for them to do. Now, I do think DeAndre Ayton needs to be not a little bit better. He needs to be a lot better to give these guys a chance to win. And that's them Lakers playing perfect basketball. But come on, let's be real. Okay. OKC has too much, man. Even with Shea numbers being down slightly, you still have Case and Wallace. You still have Isaiah Joe. Caruso. I mean, guys are coming from all angles. Just getting opportunities.
The Lakers are laughing in their locker room.
I mean, listen, I respect JJ. I respect JJ and LeBron James, but they don't have enough.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I would say that because OKC is such a great team from top to bottom, and the Lakers they don't have enough. You know, that's just what it comes down to. And I'm not even talking about Shea. Yeah, Shea numbers is down, but I think to me, Shea understands what's going on. You know what? This going to be a series where I know they're going to corral me. I know they're going to trap me. I know they're going to double team. I'm going to get up off this ball and let everybody else have a good time. Yeah, let me get the AJ.
Let me get the Chet.
And you talking about OKC is getting from everywhere. From Chet to AJ Mitchell, who had his career night in Game 3. SJ had 23, and now we call that a light night, right? in Game 3. So the Lakers, they trying to slow him down. That's been their focus in this series, to slow Shea down. But they just have too much. You don't have 10, 11 guys on that team to play against OKC. Yeah, you don't have a chance.
I got an opportunity to play on the 09-10 Magic team, and we won our first 8 games. And that was kind of our focus, is trying to stay focused. Yes, we understood we were good enough and we would beat teams, but doing it the right way, making sure everybody's healthy, and getting, like you said, some of these other guys. I mean, you talking about OKC team that's extremely deep, but getting other guys the opportunity to play in the system in case you need them. And that was important, is because we ran into a Boston Celtics team where we had to go deep into the bench because of just situational basketball, and that's where they're now. I think the bigger picture for them is take care of business, get guys experience, and move on.
Yeah, and get some rest. Then you sit there and you watch the Timberwolves, watch the Spurs. Y'all go Game 7. You do whatever you got to do. J-Dub's been resting. We done unlocked AJ Mitchell.
AJ hooping, man.
Hooping right now. All right, let's get it to Jay Croucher because he's back in the building.
What up, Jay?
For today's star player parlay from DraftKings Sportsbook. Jay, who do you like?
Yeah, I'll kick us off with Duncan Robinson to score 12+ points. Whatever Robinson's limitations are on defense, the Pistons have clearly made the assessment that the trade-off is worth it because of the value that he brings on offense, with his shooting, with his ability to space the floor. He's played 36 and 37 minutes the past 2 games. He's averaging 17 a game in this series. Who's going to be passing him the ball? Probably Cade Cunningham. We'll take him for 8+ assists. Cade seeing different defensive coverage this series. The Cavs, they're switching less than the Magic did. That has activated Cade more as a passer. He's had 10 assists in each of the last 2 games. And then final leg, Donovan Mitchell, 5+ rebounds. Not known as a rebounder, but Mitchell is actually leading the Cavs in rebounding this series. That's maybe not ideal, but Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, they're working so hard to box out Jalen Duren and the Detroit frontcourt. Mitchell really using his athleticism to sky in for defensive rebounds. He's leaving it all out there, playing a ton of minutes. I think he'll get 5 tonight, Maria.
All right, appreciate it, Jay. Your job here is done. And we're going to stay for the rest of the evening, and so is Cade Cunningham. He's coming off his second career